Hello everybody. We are inside today for our video because it is raining outside here in Connecticut. I was inspired to post a video today because I was hearing a message that was simple, yet I think important to share. We have just moved through the full moon and a partial eclipse, and there are a variety of planets in retrograde right now. And so the angels thought that it was important for me to share the message that all of these different astrological events are simply potential influences, and it can be more influential to someone who is more sensitive. But they want to make sure that we are not being afraid of these different influences because we still retain control over our own energy and our own healing. And quite frankly, every day is an opportunity for healing. Every day we can work with our angels and our guides, universal life force energy, or whatever it is that you believe in, and bring healing for ourselves. And so oftentimes during these astrological occurrences, we experience certain energetic shifts within our body. And so oftentimes it's a time to release things that no longer serve us. And as I mentioned, you can do this every day. The importance of understanding what each event means is that you can use it to your advantage rather than feeling like you're a victim of it. And so as we move into the full moon that just passed, as we moved through it and experienced the eclipse, it's a great time to release what no longer serves and bring in more and more of your light. And so use that to your advantage rather than feeling like these are something that is something to worry about. It really is not. It's just potential influence. And the more you understand it, the more you can use it to your advantage in your own healing journey. And so the angels, again, do not want us to give away our power to anyone ever, and especially to these events. We can use them and integrate our own ability to shine more and more of our light and be more and more of who we are authentically and use that influence to our advantage. I hear people talking about Mercury retrograde. We are in a cycle of that right now. And I personally have had some Mercury retrogrades where, technology kind of fails me and the computer seizes up and appointments get miscommunicated in that. But I've had many more Mercury retrograde cycles where I've had no effect at all. And so it isn't something to worry about. It isn't something to fear. Oftentimes it's an opportunity to make sure you're communicating clearly and maybe take some time off if that's possible. So use it to your advantage because we know that if we're worried about something going awry during, for example, a Mercury retrograde cycle, then we may actually be creating that ourselves. And so just keep that in mind as we explore these spiritual occurrences, and so many more beautiful channels out there are bringing through the information to help us through them. And so use it in a way that empowers you, please. And so let's see if there's an animal or more than one animal today who would like to either bring through a new message or add to the message that the angels are sharing. And again, I use the medicine cards and I flip through them to see if one or more flip out to share a message. Right. And so interestingly enough, let's go to the last one first. It is our friend the horse. And the horse reminds us to, ready for it, stay in our power. And so that's exactly what the angels are reminding us. No matter what the influence out there is, we have the ability to connect to spirit within ourselves for ourselves in whatever way is in our highest good. So stand strong in your own power. This is an opportunity to empower yourself. So let's go back to the first card that flipped out, and it's the elk. And the elk reminds us to find other people, I'm hearing, in our community that are like-minded to help us through whatever it is that we're going through, and to just have somebody to bounce ideas off of. And so if there is a healing center in your area, if there are people who are doing work that interests you in your area, get in touch with other like-minded people at this time. I think that it will benefit you. And you can even perhaps join an online group if it has a positive vibe and resonates with you, just to have other people who are thinking like you to help bring in that information, and also to have you feel like you're connected to people who are positive rather than just standing alone. Because there are a lot of healers, there are a lot of light workers right now who are all here to bring forward this light. And then the last card is our friend the alligator. And the alligator reminds us to, as much as possible, let go of our human tendency of judgment, both judging ourselves and others. And as much as we possibly can, remember that there is light within everyone, no matter who they are or where they come from. We are all one of the same light, and we all have that essence within us. And so just remind ourselves of that from time to time, I think is really important right now. I wish you a lot of love. I know that there are a lot of people out there who may be going through some difficult times. That is something that happens on a healing or a spiritual journey, is we move through some challenges to come out on the other side of them, hopefully in a more balanced and strong place. So I send out a lot of love to those who are going through difficult times at this time. And I hope that this message was helpful for you today. And as always, I wish you many, many blessings.